right, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Beach Court Podcast. Mega Evolutions is here, and we're going to talk all about it today. We've got our Champions League review. Finally, it's been a while. September 20th was the tournament over in Japan. We'll break down the results and review the Champions League Mega Evolution results. We also have got 70th place finisher Rose Gregson on today to talk about her run with Gardevoir, and really taking Gardevoir to the Champions League and doing really well with it, as a non-Japanese player, but doing well over there. So we'll have my trivia segment. I'll try and stump the boys today, see if we can get another one for the good guys, a.k.a. me. And then last but not least, we'll look at the online tournament results from Mega Evolutions this week and give you our tier list for the Mega Evolutions format. That's right. The first tier list is here. It's ready to go, and we're going to build it for you live. So stay tuned for that until the end. But until you do, I'm Eric Ridgway. We've got Max Corcoran and Parker Greenwald here. We had a busy week here. We had a challenge and a cup. Guys, how was your week this week?
Mine was less eventful. I had a little cold from Pittsburgh, and my girlfriend was sick, like pretty sick. So I was taking care of her pretty much the entire week. But she's feeling better now, feeling like herself, which is awesome. So that's good. But yeah, I took down the Cool Stuff Challenge on Thursday.
Yeah.
5-0 with the Jealous Saint Gardevoir. I'd never played it before. I played Gardevoir, obviously, but I was just like, oh, this deck's good. Or we'll run it. And it's pretty good. It turns out item locking your opponent for the whole game is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, item and tool lock is just so good, man.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't follow Parker on Twitter, I just have to say, anytime we have our Thursday locals at Cool Stuff, he's always like, it's like, man, this deck is terrible. Like, had the most terrible time playing insert name of deck here. Never played it before. Went 4-1 for top cut. Like every single tweet, it's like always like that. And Eric's laughing because he knows it's true, right? Parker's like literally like, I played this deck. Like, it didn't really work half the time, but I won, I guess, 5-0 with the chat. I'm like, bro,
5-0 with crapdeck.com.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's good. Like, I think I played Chris in the not mirror because he's playing like regular Guardy, but like
so he got farmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, there's like a couple turns where I think I could have done that better. Like there was one turn. I don't know. It was
like, I was in an auto win, but I could have played a little better. So at least even Parker's like looking for.
I didn't use Monkey Dory for 4 turns, but just didn't get punished because he doesn't have anything good and he couldn't put charms in play. So
no. I think I am proud of like he benched like Flutter Mane and like I just attacked with the Little Frillish and then he like scream tailed something and then I counter catchered the Flutter Mane and killed it.
Oh, what a good play.
I was like,
no super rod for you, buddy. No nice
for you. Literally
like, just got your Pokemon just got lost zone.
That is kind of crazy though that it really does act like a lot like lost zoning the Pokemon in that matchup.
It's like like in Guardian decks they don't play any non-item way to get back their Pokemon.
Yeah, we gotta start taking Miriam into Gardevoir decks.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
wait.
I mean, so Grant Manley played an Iron Bundle in his Guardian list at Pittsburgh. So like that was probably like the right call tech wise.
No, Miriam.
Bump the jelly and then just like slam all your items.
Miriam.
Yeah. Or play
I've seen some Guardies playing one boss now.
Yeah,
I mean, boss is just such a good card. Like, if you don't have him to be Jelly Guardies, like, it's worth playing a boss, I guess.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. Anyways.
Good job on the dub. Nice.
I was also at said challenge. Did not win since Parker won, but I went 3-1 and then paired into Eric at the last round. So we just ID'd for prize support since a second or a third or a fourth doesn't really do much for us anyways.
I cooked you.
You did cook me. You did cook me in for fun game. And then also shout out Moki Pokey went to their cup this past Saturday. So Eric was one of the judges there. So I'll let him talk about that in a little bit. But I played closer to like the Worlds list I played for Goldango since of course Mega Evolutions wasn't legal yet. I was kind of expecting like a lot of Guardy and Dragapult. I prefer cups to challenges because like at a challenge you need to like win 5 in a row basically. Which like sometimes just setting up 5 games in a row, best of one is like tricky. I like cups. At cups, you really only need to win like 3 out of 4. Like you only need to set up like 3 out of 4 games, and then you have like a chance to win every one. And then you get to round 5. Sometimes you can ID, or you have to like win that last one. So unfortunately, I did the thing where I did not play for 2 of my games and won 2 of the games.
The one game you won, you definitely should have pulled off.
Yeah, and also the one game I won was against a Poison Donk deck that like should have beaten me, but like missed one card, and I came back to win that one. And then I hit a Zard and I literally just went like Genesect Metallic Signal 2 turns in a row, and they went like Candy Zard Max Belt, and like sold no basics down. And then I hit a Dragapult Dusknor, who went like they went like, okay, I lost the flip. They made me go first. I'm like, okay, gimme, pass. And they're like, okay, Itchy Paw. And I'm like, Minor Aaron running pass. And they're like, Candy Dragapult, Neo Upper, Dusclops, Wipe Your Board. I'm like, all right, sick. And I won the last one for fun, but like 3-2 doesn't like get you into cuts anymore. So
one person did.
Yeah, one person did, but I like got down paired after I was 1-1, and like it wasn't going my way. But anyway, still had a fun weekend playing Pokemon. Still enjoying Goldango. And also like lately the ladder, there's like the new Goldango with like Soul Rocket Lunatone everyone's talking about, so I had to try some of that. To the challenge, I played the Secret Box build with the Levincias and the Rever Room. That was actually like really, really fun. So I really enjoyed that build. So like I'd almost want to play it, but maybe Rocks is better. So like we'll figure that out heading into Milwaukee. But we've got some time for that still. And also the big news from Maddox, anyone who's been listening all year, is Pittsburgh was the first tournament that I successfully attended and got home from without getting sick. So the health stuff is working.
Yeah, Parker and I both got sick and you didn't.
Yeah, and y'all both got sick and I didn't, which is abnormal, because we're like, oh, Maddox is sick at the regional. He dropped because he's sick, or like he's back and now he's sick. But I'm like, we survived.
I mean, you did drop, you just weren't sick.
Exactly. Yeah. So now I'm like,
I was sick of playing.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait, I did better when I was sick. Should I like show up? Should I need to be sick? Is that the missing sauce? But Worlds, I wasn't sick, so I don't know. Anyways,
hey, you could have played out all the rounds and got the same amount of points as I did.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I was 1-3, and I was like, I'm good. Like, I have 1 win. Let's pack it up.
Got the 1 win.
But Eric, what are you? I know you. Had a good football weekend. Not
a good football weekend. Well. It was a good Jaguar weekend, but Friday night weekend. Florida State was not good. Florida State lost, but we got a big one this Saturday, so I'll be happy if they win, and I won't care if they lose as long as the Jags win on Monday. So that's all that matters next week. Monday Night Football, baby. But yeah, I played Ross Cuthrone's Miraidon list to Thursday, and that list is fire. Bro, it is so good. Like, just Pokemon Catcher, like research Pokemon Catcher, just so good. And it felt good to be playing Pokemon Catcher in my deck again. My one loss was like just basically to like a brick. Like I think I missed like 3 generators on the first 2 turns. So I was like, that's just how it goes with Miraidon. So lost that one. Basically went 4-1 because I destroyed Maddox in our for fun game. So
and also I didn't call Eric out on this before, but since he's had to say it twice, is that he was going for an incorrect suboptimal line, and I said, well, actually, I think you should go for the Zekrom attack instead of the Blood Moon attack. Yeah, which then enabled him to have enough energy to actually win the game later. This I should have let him play out, let him go with Blood Moon, and be like, man, I missed my generator. I can't do anything. But instead, you're able to just promote Ursaluna and boss for game, and it's simple as that.
Boss for game, bro. Anyways, you're right, Maddox. You're right.
But so the deck does cook. Unironically, the deck is like pretty sick. And I was like, wait, I kind of want to play Miraidon again.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like, I'm very scared of like Psyduck. I just hope Psyduck is not like super meta because Magaton was fun.
No one can find it. It's like $15.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, dude. The problem is that there's not a lot in circulation, and all the master setters need it for their master set. That's ironically the problem we're having right now. And then I judged the cup on Saturday at Wokey Pokey. That was a lot of fun. We had like 30 masters. Me and Kyle kind of cooked them a little bit and had a lot of fun. Yeah, nothing crazy with judge calls, but it was just a good cup. Ran well. But no one cares about that. Let's jump into the mega format and let's talk about the Japanese tournament that happened to Champions League in Yokohama. Not to be mixed up with the World Championships when we were in Yokohama. This is Champions League. 6,000 plus players. That's just crazy every time I
Jesus
hear from it,
Christ.
man. I mean, like, we're gonna hear in a minute from Rose Gregson, 70th place finisher, and you'll look at her run and you'll kind of think like, this wasn't that good of a run, but like out of 6,000 people, man, like 70th place is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this tournament structure is just brutal. I mean, we've had, Rahul on who's like talked about experience in Champions Leagues before as well. But like, I mean, just the level of Pokemon you need to play here, and like it's all best of one. Like you play so many games, and like so many people are here excited to play. Like it's a lottery to get in, so it's
Yeah.
always exciting to like see these big results and not a lot of new decks towards the top. But
Yeah, not a lot of new decks towards the top. We did see Terrabox take the whole tournament down in Masters. Just a really like standard Terrabox list. Nothing crazy here. We did see the Iron Leaves and the just one Lily's Determination in the deck. But really like just a standard Terrabox list. So maybe Terrabox is really well positioned for our mega format. What do you guys think about Terrabox? And I know we'll do our tier list a little bit later, but what do you think about this list and its kind of place in the format and how it was able to take down like Champions League?
yeah, I just think Terror Box is a nice, like, versatile list. And especially I think really capitalizing on the fact of Wellspring Ogerpon just being very good into a lot of the decks like top players will choose to bring, but also having other options for anyone else. So again, I like the one cool inclusion here is the Judge. I mean, just being able, if you get that turn one attachment to a Wellspring Ogerpon, you're going to get to go first every time because every other deck's picking second. You go Ditto into Wellspring, attach an energy, and then you go turn two for, Crystal Judge, and you're like, okay, I'm going to remove two of your Pokemon and judge you to 4, and a lot of decks just cannot recover from that. Yeah, again, it's a difficult deck to play, but it's one that when it hits the right matchups, it's able to just kind of go on a roll, and we know it's a solid engine, right? We first saw Terrabox originally dominate in the Champions League upon rotation. So a little bit of a rebirth for it, but a deck that I like and that I think we saw well positioned in Pittsburgh, and doing well in Pittsburgh, and honestly, I think it could still continue to do well into mega format.
I agree. I mean, it's just a super solid, super fast. Hey, pick your like optimal attacker. There's an optimal attacker for almost every scenario. So it's just like, bam.
Interesting to see no Briar.
Yeah, like
I
Briar.
feel like.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like your energies come off of like your best attackers, so you like almost have to crispin every turn. But
Fair.
no.
Yeah, I mean it's only for like Trapagos to be like the best way to enable it, right?
I mean, or Pikachu or well. I mean, there's plenty of combos you can pull off with it, right? If you're playing the Briar, you have to play counter catcher. There's a few other pieces with this. In general, you're like able to go 2/2/2 pretty reliably. So like how often you need that catch up prize, I think is the thought. I know a lot of lists are kind of flopping back and forth between it. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is a brilliant call. And other times it's like, oh, why would you play Briar? Like it's weird how I've seen the meta like that. I think when Caleb Rogerson got top 4 at like not Indianapolis, one of the ones around there last season, it was like, oh, he played Briar. Oh, what a brilliant call. And then it was like after that, then it was like lately it's been like, oh, don't play Briar, it's bad. Like so kind of weird to see.
And we did see Terrabox take down Gardevoir in finals. Does have the Mega Diancie in this deck. And we'll hear about the applications of Mega Diancie in the interview with Rose, so I won't talk about it too much because Rose went in depth about how good Mega Diancie is. Mega Diancie is a card that we don't have in Mega Evolutions, and we won't have it until Phantasmal Flames. Is that the name of the set?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so Phantasmal Flames will have that card because it's in a box, right? But it's going to be similar to like Steven's Metagross and
is it like a league battle deck or starter deck type of thing?
Yeah, it's like a league battle deck. So, but yeah, I mean, pretty standard list here for the most part. Notable inclusions are like the Clef Key to slow down an opponent early, and the Mega Diancie, and then 4 Lily's Determination, 4 Iono, and the new Mystery Garden that lets you draw
3 research.
Yeah, 3 research.
But there's no Evo in this list either.
Yeah, there's no Evo. Yeah, that's a solid point. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know about that one.
I know Rose talked about it because Rose only played 1, and Rose said like I won't get too much into it. Basically, she said like, oh, like turn 2 Lily's like you almost always hit Candy Guardy. It's like at that point, like your deck's pretty like thin for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
and 8 cards is
Plus
just
mystery
crazy. And if you get a
card, yeah.
Fez as well, like 11 cards.
Yeah, and also box at any time as you're out to candy as well. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, just standard. I mean, like Guardy just gets all the tools. He gets a new Ralts with the collect ability, the collect attack, excuse me, to draw a card. Got the call sign Curlia, lets you get 3 Pokemon, put them into your hand. Just 100 HP. Cannot be sniped by the Baby Bolt unless you have 4 energy. There's just a lot of good things that Guardy gets, and it's like, man, Guardy's already been the best deck in format. Why do we need more help from Guardy? But yeah. Any other any standouts for this list, or any other thoughts on Gardevoir? And then we got the interview with Rose coming up.
Yeah, I like the mystery garden. Like I was like kind of iffy on it at first, although like I saw the application for it, but I was like I played against it and they've drawn like 5 off the garden. I'm like, okay, that card's really good.
Yeah, it really goes well at Secret Box because you can like Secret Box away your
Yeah.
hand, get the garden, get research for next turn or Iono, and then just like use the garden. Pretty good. Yeah, look at the rest of the top 8 here. We got a couple of Grims. We got 3 Grims here in top 8. Ryomo, Sho, and Shoma all got top 6 placements with Grimmsnarl. Probably just
Grim.
kind of just capitalizing on all the Guardy, probably. I don't think there's anything special about this list. Does play the 3 Lilies and just the 1 copy of Research still. 9 energy, is that common? That's a little high,
It's
right?
usually 8.
Normally 8, yeah.
Yeah, got the Psyduck in there for the Dusknoir shenanigans. I mean, nothing crazy with this list, right, Parker? What are you seeing?
I do like the 1 research because like you can grab it off Secret Box. Like if there's cards you actually want to discard in your hand. No Ultra Balls, like slightly interesting. Like usually they play 1, I think.
Oh, for to find processes and stuff too.
3 stretchers kind of high. I've seen most like 2/2 Snorunt or 2/3. But like otherwise, yeah, fairly standard.
Yeah, I think it looks good for me. If we could, I want to jump to the 12th place Grimmsnarl list.
Yeah.
Because this has something I kind of want to point out, which I think is a kind of an under. I mean, hopefully you know about it now, but kind of an understated buff that Grimmsnarl gets, which is the Evil Tall.
Oh yeah.
So again, we've seen Maractus before in Grimmsnarl, kind of a take it or leave it card. I think Evil Tall is just like so very. I mean,
it's free retreat.
It's free retreater. Yep. 110 HP, no ability with clutch, 20 energy, 20 damage, 1 dark energy retreat lock. I think that card, and also again, Japan plays in a best of 1 format. So like this is not like you can't always get away with like retreat lock stuff here. And the fact that we still even saw a list with 2 still crack the top 16 in a format when like retreat lock isn't very good, I think speaks a lot to like the strength of this card. And something that I'm expecting to see in Grimmsnarl's lists going into the mega format.
Supporter lineup though, 4-4-4.
I mean, that's clean, right? I mean, like you can't really beat that.
You got the Badoo in there as well, and the Tatsugiri.
I like Badoo in the deck.
Yeah, I like Badoo a lot too. I mean, Badoo against Grim, against Goldango like mid game is very good.
Yep. Yeah, it's stealing space a little bit with only the 2/2 Impidimp, but it's playing a 2 Evil Tall, so you can probably get away with just playing 1 Evil Tall. But again, Evil Tall is like a very, very good buff, and also like. I mean, probably Grimmsnarl out of all the meta decks has been the one that's been like craving a Lilies more than anything. Like they just need more consistent draw supporters, right? Here you can go and play 4 Arven, 4 Iono, 4 Lilies instead of having to play Research. Let's get a little greedier with their counts, things like that. So I think Grimmsnarl is like decently positioned going into Milwaukee. So yeah. A lot of people will be playing Guardy. You get a very good buff with Evil Tall. Again, you're not taking damage from that free retreater. Like Maractus is good. But Evil Tall is just better than Maractus in like almost every way in this deck. So,
right, you're like, isn't it?
Yeah, Maractus 2 retreat plus has the ability of taking damage from the Frostlass ticks. So the extra 6 rush damage is nice situationally, but I think in general you'd rather have like the free retreater, like lets you get into your Badoo, lets you get into something else, or you just like put that retreat lock pressure on right away.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. I like it. I did forget about that card. It's a good card.
Very, very good card. And also, I mean, there's even like some shenanigans you could pull. Like any deck that plays like Pecharunt and like Monkey Dory, you could like Pecharunt your Eviltal, so you poison it. So it's taking 1 damage in between turns, and you can retreat lock something. So you're generating 2 damage on your Eviltal from the poison, and you can just infinitely heal it with a Monkey Dory while you're like retreat locking. There's some stuff you can do with an Eviltal. Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we got the 4th place Dragapult Dusknoir list with 4 lilies and 1 copy of Eerie.
Whoa.
Really trying to abuse those Goldango players and get rid of their superiors. So watch out for the Eerie guys.
If you hit 2, you probably win.
You probably do win if you hit 2. Yeah.
But even against like a Gardevoir or something, if you just like snipe like Super Rod or like snipe Stretcher, or like, I mean, there's just like, so many decks are so item reliant, right? It's hard to like hit the card you need when you need it, but just like an opportune snipe. I mean, again, you just like go with Badoo, someone's building a hand size, and you're like, okay, before I go in, Eerie, Dusknoir, counter catcher, like swing, and be like, and you just lost all your resources. So,
Oh goodness, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty standard for the most part. Dragapult Dusknoir, just with the 1 Eerie being the big standout card and 4 lilies.
Yeah, and 2 candy worth mentioning.
Yeah, 2 candy worth mentioning. I mean, I think candy's just becoming more and more standard in Dragapult Dusknoir now, like 2 to 3. I mean, obviously Tord played 4, so
yeah. And of course, with lilies, like candy becomes a little easier to use since you're not having to like play a 4 count because you're playing research. Instead, if you just cut the research for lilies, you can more reliably find those candies throughout the game.
Yeah, I like it. Solid list. But let's talk about the deck that popped up really in this tournament and made a splash in full grip games this weekend. And that's this trolley build of Goldango, the new innovation on Goldango with the Solrock Lunatone combo in it. Really, the idea is just turn 1 Arven for trolley. Get your Genesect, get your Solrock Lunatone, and get you 3 gimmies. Get a full board of guys, draw cards. Plays the 8 fighting energies and the 3 metal and really the 4 gongs just to find your fighting energies and your Solrocks and Lunatones really consistently. But this is a new innovation on Goldango, and it seems to be taking over right now. Maddox, I know you're like our local Goldango enjoyer on this podcast, and Parker, you kind of are too. But what do you guys think about this build of Goldango and where it's going?
I mean, this is like the new fun way to play Dango, right? You get a lot of options from this Lunatone Solrock package. One, you have a single prize draw engine, but also an attacking option. So again, one, just being able to discard a fighting, get them in the discard where you want them for superior energy retrieval later, plus drawing 3 cards helps your consistency a lot. Also, like another little buff, like, Cypher before in your hand, turn 1 used to be a dead card, but now if you open Lunatone and then you have Gong for like Solrock and a fighting energy in hand, you can go like, okay, Cypher for trolley plus an energy, and then go, okay, draw 3 with Lunatone. Oh, trolley, set up your board. You now have the God board, everything you could have ever wanted. And then, or maybe you grab your air balloon, so you go retreat and then attack with the Solrock turn 1, right? So like, there's so many cool things to do with this, like initiate that early prize trade. Solrock's like a very, very good attacker, able to hit 70, ignoring resistance by just needing to have a Lunatone on the bench. And yeah, I mean, it's really just like a hyper consistent version of Dango, relying on that trolley engine, but also just like more ways to find energy and the Lunatone draw to get going a little sooner. So I've personally been enjoying playing this on the ladder. Parker, I'm not sure how much time you spent with this. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so my build is way different from this actually. I don't know how I came to that build, but I'm playing Prime Catcher.
All right,
I've seen Prime Catcher, seen Secret Box. Like, there's a lot of different options with that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it is good. It is good. I mean, like getting a turn 1 KO on something with an all 1 prize board, like that'll just win you games. Like I don't know. It's just super good. My one complaint about it, which is a minor complaint, is like you can't just Arven for knockout anymore. You kind of have to like build up to it. But like with like the Lunatones and the 3 vessels and the 4 gongs, like finding energy isn't that bad.
yeah, it's like a little trickier. I mean, like, when the higher vessel count is nice. There's some lists that are going around that like aren't playing Gong and are just playing like 4 vessel, but like no other ways to search for energy. Like that seems a little suspect to me.
Yeah, I think the vessels were required.
Well, I mean, you got to play Vessel, but it's like the Gong as being that extra piece to help you find it. Like I've seen some lists playing no Gong and like playing just like Nest Balls instead type of thing.
Gong's so good because it is Nest Ball.
Yeah, it's Nest Ball for your draw, or it's just find an energy, right? It's energy search it's e-search with upside. So just thinning the deck, getting you those energies that you need faster. Yeah, no, it's a cool list, and there's a lot of different ways people are playing with this, right? Goldango Soul Rock is like by no means not cracked yet, right? I mean, a lot of people are trying to figure it out. So we're playing like the Hops Cramorant to have an extra attacking option. You can play Secret Box or Prime Catcher or Trolley. They got the Vitality Band, which if anyone doesn't know what that's for, you can use that with Soul Rock to hit 80 to KO a Frillish. Or also in some situations, hit 310 or 210 with one less energy type of thing. So a few applications for it. So again, I'm kind of excited to see how people continue innovating with this Goldango list and the new power of this Lunar Cycle Soul Rock Lunatone engine that is really nice to have in the game, honestly.
Yeah. I got my Soul Rocks and Lunatones. Parker, you got yours yet?
I do actually.
Got your boys, got your guys.
Yeah.
I stay strapped, dog. I'm ready. I'm in
Oh
there.
my, so many Soul Rocks and Lunatones.
I can count earlier. I have like 12 of each. That card is so good.
If only you could use Lunar Cycle multiple turns. Multiple times in a turn.
Oh, that would be.
You're like, okay, I'll bench Lunatone plus 3 Soul Rock. Or wait, 1 Soul Rock, 3 Lunatones. Be like, discard Fighting, draw 3. Discard Fighting, draw 3. Like,
we saw a Raging Bolt in top 8 as well, but there's nothing special about this list. It's just straight standard Bolt.
There's 4 stadiums.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one stadium. 4 stadiums. We have the 3 Area 0 plus the Jetting Tower. Superior Energy Retrieval being the recovery of choice to go along with 2 Night Stretchers. Double like Boss is a good inclusion. But other than that, like
where's the Soul Rock Lunatone, bro?
You got Owls, you got Koraidon. That's all you really need, and you got Fan Rotom.
We can just draw cards of Soul Rock Lunatone.
But like,
or you could search with the exact 2 cards.
You have to build. Now I do think like
you could probably.
Yeah, you would need some way to get energy back into play. Like you'd still need to play Terra Pokemon in like Last Trumpet. Because you need to play more fighting so you can actually find it to use the Soul Rock and Lunatone. It's kind of the issue. Like Bolt list only playing 3 fighting energy right now. Like it ain't just gonna cut it.
So Typhlosion get top 16.
Yeah, Ethan's Typhlosion top 16 was not what I was expecting, for sure.
Me either.
I mean, I think the reason why it did well, most likely, is because of the duck, right? Like the problem with the deck before was like you just got absolutely pummeled from Dragapult and Dusknoir. If they Dusknoired like one of your Ethans on the bench, you were just like, yeah, I lose, So I definitely think the duck is a big buff for the deck. And that probably helped with its consistency. And he probably just like hit a bunch of dangos too. Right? So
you also played the Shaman, so hopefully the Terror Box and stuff. My problem with this is like you literally only have one way to find the Shaman. Actually, wait, sorry, you play for Ultra Ball. Just kidding. Ignore me completely. I didn't see any Nest Balls.
Yeah, we got 4 Ultra Ball, 1 Armagon.
Yeah, Secret Box to find those. Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll
allow it. Yeah. It's fine. You don't need Shaman for anything. It's fine. That's
okay, Raging Bolt Enjoyer. Yeah.
Well, that's Terrorbox won the tournament too. Let's see what else stands out here. Sheltic Goldango. Anything special?
Pretty standard. I mean, did have to play Trolley? The Galvantula, just kind of a tech card. The Trolley was kind of around in some of the earlier builds. Lets you cheat some of the ball cards a little bit more. Play heavier support accounts. Well, Petrol, it's just more Arven, right? You play 4 Gear, 4 Arven, 4 Petrol. You are not missing turn 1 Trolley.
Yeah, you're not missing turn 1 Trolley for sure, bro.
And has the 2 Brocks for extra setup with that. So solid list.
Yeah, Charizard list here. Let's take a look at this Charizard list. Ooh, we got a Ho-Oh sighting.
Hey, one of the Ho-Ohs.
If you have a
Sir.
Okay.
200 if you have a Terra.
Okay.
You just got to. I mean, I guess this lets you like initiate the prize trade on a Goldango.
No Chi-Yu though. Like.
Yeah, the Ho-Oh over Chi-Yu. I don't know about that one. I mean, I guess.
Gravity Mountain.
Okay, so Ho-Oh plus Max Belt will let you hit like 250 on a Terra. Oh, wait, sorry, just on an EX. So like, it's probably a little better into like the Bolts of the world.
Shit, but you got to put 3 energy on that thing, bro.
Okay, so here's the spice. Here's the spice, right? So you go pre-attach the belt, And when they go in with Jellicent, you can go Ho-Oh plus Max Belt plus Monkey Dory 2 to KO the Jellicent.
Oh my god.
Or instead, you just attack with Charizard, so you wouldn't ever really want to do that.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Oh wait, wait. Ho-Oh plus Max Belt plus Gravity Mountain KO's Pidgeot in the mirror. There you go.
Sure.
But anyways, I think you just play Chiyu, but that's just me. So
Ho-Oh KO's Badoo with 2 energy.
it does.
Let's go.
That is a fact. Wait, does Ho-Oh plus Max? No, Ho-Oh plus Max Belt. Wait, what's it's 50 for Flap or 30?
Listen, I know, Matt, you're listening. I need a thread of everything that Ho-Oh plus Max Belt does.
Flat for 50 plus Max Belt. I don't know where we're
Bro,
going.
I saw Matt put out his Charizard list without a Pichu in it. I wanted to cry. I was so sad.
Well, it's okay. If you want to hear Matt talk about Pichu, you can check out the previous episode of the Beach Square podcast.
Yo, we got a Cerulege down here in 32nd.
The very sneaky 32nd place with the Soul Rock Luton engine. Now, this is a deck that gets a really good buff from the Soul Rock Luton.
No research, bro. What?
For only draw supporter is 4 Carmine. That is a choice.
you draw 8. You draw 8 with the.
No, dude.
Fighting.
This ain't it, bro. This ain't it. No research, bro.
He just Carmine for 5, and you draw into a fighting energy for sure because he played 10, and then you just see 3 more.
Dude, this ain't it, dude. This ain't it.
1 Squawk, 4 Carmine.
Oh my god, dude.
What's the we had never find that Jamie or the Brilliant Blender. I know some Cerulege have been choosing the Legacy Energy, which I do think is a good call as well.
Yeah.
Opted to go for the Brilliant Blender. Again, a good card to find, especially if you're not playing Research. 3 Jet Energy remains pretty good too, to just give you some extra mobility when you need it.
This is rough, dude. This is hard to look at with only 4 Carmine being the only draw supporter.
Bro, in this person I trust. I don't know their name, and I probably can't say their name correctly, but in this person I trust. They got a top 32 at a massive tournament.
It ain't it, bro. It ain't it. It just ain't it. All right, another Charizard, Chiyu.
Yeah, we do see some of the again, a lot of the Charizard decks and
I gotta give a shout out to Pedro Torres, top 32.
Yeah, this is the secret box Dango, right? When I mentioned played it to the challenge earlier, I actually think I might have played Pedro's list because I saw him tweet about it and then I sleeved it up and sent it. So, pretty good. Another fun way to play Dango. There's like kind of 3 different variants of really more than that you can play right now of Goldango, and they're all pretty solid. So it's cool to see Goldango getting some love after most of its life of irrelevance until earlier this year. So.
Well, that's enough love for Goldango. Let's give some love to Gardevoir, the best deck in format, undisputed, best deck. I can't say anything else. So next up, we got our interview with Rose Gregson, 70th place at the Champions League. Nothing to, it's just
that's impressive.
It's a good finish. I mean, I don't know how to say. I mean, so make sure you stay tuned for that interview with Rose. She'll talk about everything about Gardevoir in the Mega format. Hey everyone, my name is Eric Ridgway. I'm the host of the Beach Court Podcast. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. And if you're enjoying it, please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe on this video on YouTube. It would really help out the podcast a lot. We've got more episodes, highlights, and more coming your way. Thanks for listening. And now back to the show. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Beach Court Podcast. We have Rose Gregson joining us. She just got back from the Yokohama Champions League over and playing some Mega format in Japan. Finished in the top 70, went 12-3 with Gardevoir, which is really impressive, in a different, place that you're not used to playing in. Also got top 8 LEIC last year. So, Rose, we're happy to have you on. We want to hear from you and kind of like what the Mega format looks like, why you chose to play Gardevoir. We'll get into all of that. But before we do, let's get to know you a little bit. Welcome to the podcast. How's your travel been? I think you said before we got on, you just got back to Scotland recently. So how you feeling and what's going on these days?
Pretty jet lagged, to be honest. It's been about 2 months of just like traveling over and over and over again. I've been about like 5 different countries in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
It's definitely been it's been like a process, yeah. I'm still feeling good. I'm still riding the high I'm from a resort in Japan, so.
All right. Yeah. Well, welcome home. So let's get right into it. You said you're from Scotland, or at least you live in Scotland now. Are you from Scotland, and how long have you been playing Pokemon?
Yes, I'm from Scotland. I've been playing Pokemon since the first Scottish League opened, I think in about 2010. So ages. I think my first event was like a Call of Legends pre-release. So I'm playing for a very long time. Played a lot in seniors, and I took a break when like I entered masters for about 4 or 5 years, and then I came back for pretty much my first official masters year last year.
Wow. I mean, hey, welcome. Masters is really tough. I'm sure. Hopefully, you're experiencing some of that and enjoying having fun. We'll get right into that. So you've been playing for a long time, so you've got a lot of Pokemon experience going on. What's your favorite Pokemon ever?
Favorite Pokemon ever? Ooh, I mean, probably Jolteon or like Magearna. Magearna has this like alternate form where it's like black and red. I absolutely love that form so much.
Okay, nice. You like Jolteon because of the spikes, or what takes you to Jolteon? Yeah, the spikes.
I love pretty much all the Mega Evolution because when Pokemon Mega Evolve, they just gain more spikes. So spike Pokemon are good, yeah.
Yeah, Jolteon's a good one to like. So what does life look like when you aren't playing Pokemon? What do you have any hobbies you're doing? What does life look like outside of Pokemon?
So I recently graduated university about 2 months ago.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, but pretty much my whole life was taken up by university just because like I was in my final year, so it was pretty stressful. I've got no clue what I'm doing after university yet. Pretty lost job direction wise. I play a lot like some video games as well. That's about it. Yeah.
So for those of us who don't know, in Scotland, is university equivalent to like high school, like required to go to, or is that like college optional?
Yeah, it's like college. You like a degree in like a specific subject.
That's awesome. What'd you get your degree in?
Psychology and social anthropology.
Nice. And if you could use that for anything in the world, what would you use it for?
I don't want to do like detective work.
Detective work.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know where I'm going to end up, but unsure still.
Yeah, I know. Like in the detective field, there's a lot of like psychologists in the detective field.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of you got to think like the person that you're trying to detect, right?
Yeah,
so that's
definitely.
pretty cool. What's your favorite Pokemon deck that you've ever played?
It has to be Gardevoir. I've been playing it nonstop for like 3 years. I played a lot of Racing Genesect back in Plasma Blast.
Okay.
I love that deck as well. But I think Gardevoir probably gets a slight edge right now.
Like today's Gardevoir or like old Gardevoirs?
I really like Refinement Curly. I think anything can ever replace that. But current Gardevoir, slight spoiler alert, with Lilies, feels really good as well. It feels really close to like where it was at before. So
yeah. So what brings you to Gardevoir? Like what makes you like love it so much? Is it the comeback ability? Like what part of like Gardevoir makes you love it so much?
I like having a lot of like agency when I play. Like I think almost every single game, I can look back and say, okay, I probably lost this due to like a lack of understanding somewhere. So it's just like the amount of like, it's just the fact that I can always think I can like blame myself rather than luck, right? It's just got like so much agency involved in it.
I mean, even when you go Ralts Pass, that's not luck. Come on now.
I mean, it's definitely a risk when you play the deck. Like, we have like some luck still involved. Like, I had a pretty like bad streak before this event. But you can like change your deck. So like, if you don't like playing mulligans and maybe like add more nest balls, add a Poffin or something.
Yeah.
We have like ways to like improve your deck. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Gardevoir is a really strong deck, and most people have been sleeping on it for a long time. And I think everyone's starting to finally realize that even without Refinement Curly, it's just really, really strong.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I have one weird question for you. If you could design one Pokemon card right now that fixes standard format, what would that card do?
It's a very good question for Jake Gearhart. Honestly, I don't really know. I thought this question a lot. Probably like something which like kind of like makes Dragapult a bit less strong. I think Dragapult Dusknoir gatekeeps like a lot of decks right now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird because they printed like Psyduck, right? And there's like this new stadium comes out that's like stops like Dragapult counters. Right. I don't think any of them are gonna be either that good. So I don't think like honestly, I think we should have like wait until rotation. Honestly, I don't think anything special is gonna be coming out until then.
Yeah, I mean, you say the Psyduck, and it leads me right into like you were playing in Japan. I think before we came on, you told me you were playing in like a lot of city leagues and like locals before before the Champions League. What's it like playing like with Psyduck being a card in the format? And are you finding that like the majority of players are including it in their deck list if their deck list loses a Dusknoir? Or are you finding that people are just saying, I'm not going to hit Dusknoir and it's fine, you know? It's that age-old question of like same back in the day with Manaphy and things like that. So what's it feel like with the Psyduck in format?
Yeah, literally nobody's running it, to be honest. I think just because like it's like gonna be a dead card against like the majority of matchups. Like maybe if Dusknoir was like a much more popular card, you could see people running it much more. Yeah, it just isn't really like run at all. Dusknoir is still very popular in Japan. I think 3 during my run. So I think it was probably like my most played against deck. It's still very popular, and just no one's playing Psyduck because like I don't think it really works as a counter.
Hmm. Yeah, interesting that people, that kind of keeps coming full circle like that. They print these counters, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, we just don't want to play them because, even like Shaman being 80 HP, I think if Shaman was 70, people would play it more.
Yeah, I think it is really awkward because it feels like more HP would be really good because it can live like more Monkey Dory pings. If it was less HP, it could puff it out, but it's a really awkward 80 HP, right?
Yeah, it's just like right over that number, and it's weird.
Mhm.
All right, well, let's talk about playing in Japan and what made you like want to play in Champions League. Like, have you ever played in the Champions League before? Is this your first time, or what made you
Yes.
kind of like go through this?
So the way Champions League work is you have to like kind of like register in advance for ages, and registering is really difficult. You have to like register for multiple before having a chance of getting into one. Just because there's like about like 20,000 people on average registering for like a 6,000 player tournament, and it's not first come first serve. So like
Lottery. Yeah.
yes, lottery. Yeah, so you have to be pretty lucky to get in. I missed twice before this.
Okay.
I've been trying for a while now, but flying from like LA because I was at Worlds to Japan is pretty inexpensive, at least compared to Scotland. So I thought it was like a pretty good opportunity to go. I'm practicing the language for a while, so I'm pretty confident in like my ability to like communicate while playing. Or like if like a judge ruling ever comes up, like one did, and I was able to like explain my side pretty well. So yeah, it seemed like a really good opportunity. I'm pretty excited for the new format as well, so I want to be the first person to jump into it.
That's awesome. Do they have like a lot of English speaking like translators there to like make you feel like if you're not Japanese speaking, like are you just like screwed, or do you like what is that like over there?
Yeah, there's actually no Japanese speaking. Most of the judges don't speak English either. There's definitely an expectation that you know like a good amount of Japanese before you go. If anyone watching this does want to compete, I would recommend just taking like a month or two, just learn the basic vocabulary. There's a lot of specific like Pokemon vocabulary, which you have to learn, which you can find a lot of resources online for. I think I published a video about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely spend like a month like learning the language first.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, we should start making like master classes, like how to communicate playing Pokemon in Japan.
Yeah, but this is all like weird stuff as well. Something like language-wise as well. Like whenever you're playing, like you have to, like lay out your cards differently. Like let's say you're playing research, you have to like take like your top 7, lay it down. Your opponent confirms to make sure it's 7 cards. Then you
Yeah.
can pick it up. And
Yeah, like the etiquette pieces and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
So what was it like? I mean, you talked about tournament registration. So talk to us about like check-in. What was the check-in process like? Do they give you, like entry stuff like you would, in America you get like a mat and and a promo card. Do you get like an entry promo? What do you get for your entry? What is the check-in process like?
Yeah, so the registration is free for Champions League, so there's definitely like much less rewards given out for checking in. So I got 2 Shaman promos, which is pretty cool. The promos they gave here are definitely much more playable than the promos they give out in the West.
Yeah.
I think all the promos I got this weekend were fairly playable, at least more playable than Surfer.
I have like 5 surfers in my
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over here, but basically the way it works is you don't check in until like the day of the tournament, and you have like this like time slot you're meant to come in, right? Because there's 6,000 people in one tournament hall. The way they deal with that is just basically like 3 different tournaments running on one day, and you get assigned like a slot in like one of those tournaments. You've got like 11 a.m. tournament, I think 12 a.m. and like 1 p.m.
Wow.
So I was at 12. I almost missed it because I accidentally missed my train stop. So I got there just like a minute before it closed. But
Wow. So what time did you have to like be there by 12, or was there a certain cutoff that you had to be there by? Right
yeah, the cutoff was half 12, and then if you miss it, then you miss like the first round. Just get like a
You just
game
missed
loss.
the first round. Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been stressful. Were you traveling solo for this event, or were you with some friends?
Yeah, I pretty much travel solo for like all my events. Just because nobody in Scotland plays or travels, so it's really difficult to like make friends with locals who like travel as well.
Oh man, are you like the only world competitor in like Scotland?
Yes, we've got one junior who started playing this year. I think he started playing last year technically. And he does really well in events. He goes to Worlds and stuff. Apart from that, yeah, nobody else travels at all.
That's gotta be tough. It's gotta be tough. So let's talk about I think they have the asynchronous rounds, right? Where
Yeah.
you play your round and then you can take as long of a break you want. I guess long as a break as you want. And then you just queue up another one. So talk about the asynchronous rounds and reporting your matches online. Is that process pretty smooth, or how do you feel that process goes in Japan?
It's so good. If there's one thing the West should take away from Japan, it's this process. I'd honestly be okay with like best of one in the West because it feels so good. Basically,
Really?
the way it works, yeah, it's really good. I think anyone playing Japan will like probably tell you that it's like incredible. When you go in, you have like this app called Line, and they have like a Pokemon function on it, and you can like press like start matching your opponent. So you start matching your opponent. Within a minute, they'll give you like a random like table number. It's not like corresponding to like your record. An opponent with the same record as yours, and you'll just sit down and play. And then the moment it ends, you can just start matching again, which is what I did. It's 8 rounds, it's 8 rounds, 30-minute limit during day one. And I pretty much finished like all 8 rounds within like 4 hours of starting. I pretty much like finished it again.
With all those asynchronous matches going on, how do you keep a timer on your own match?
Yeah, so basically, you have to like leave your phone out on the table, and then on the app where you match, a timer will come up. So like when you find a game, the timer starts at 35 minutes. You expect to get like 5 minutes set up, and then the game will begin at like 30 minutes.
Interesting. So it's all like kind of honor system on the time stuff?
Pretty much, yeah. I think when the timer runs out on the phone and like no one selects the winner yet, like let's say like the match like ends in turns, you have to call over a judge to like submit it. Otherwise, it'll just like, automatically like double game loss.
Understood. Okay, understood. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. And how you say you already mentioned you think best of one is good? Is that what I heard you say? I mean, do you like the time format, like in the like those things?
Specifically, only with that format. So, day two kind of worked the way that Western formats did, where like you get given a round, everyone sits down at the same time. You've got like the big clocks, like with stopwatches on the wall. That definitely felt much worse. I think the only way anyone would ever be okay with best of one is if it's done in the same way that like the day one in the Japan format does.
Okay.
I think something really good would be like day one Japan format, and then maybe like day two best of three.
Day two best of three, and so day two over there was also best of one, right?
Day two is best of one. Somehow each round also still lasted an hour. I don't understand how, but yeah, it took a while.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right. Well, let's jump into it. We've already talked about your favorite deck being Gardevoir, and you chose to play Gardevoir for this event. So, first off, what made you choose Gardevoir? How much testing did you put into this format? I think you said you went to Worlds, right? You played at Worlds. So, how much testing were you able to put into this format while you were going to Worlds, and what made you choose to play Gardevoir?
So I played a terrible deck for Worlds. I played Zorark, and I was thinking about putting Toadsko in, but I just like didn't pull the trigger, and it just went horribly because I didn't put the Toadsko in. So I started testing Jellicent pretty much immediately after Worlds, because like never playing a deck that isn't Gardevoir again. I tested Jellicent immediately. It seemed really good with like the new Lily edition. Felt really good with like the new Mystery Garden because like you have to play Arslan down, which makes item lock a lot stronger. Unfortunately, Jellicent also felt terrible. I was on my deck for way too long. So I also played Jellicent in the City League I went to. And I was getting like most like unplayable hands. Jellicent's like a lot of cards you need to like commit to your deck, right? You need to commit like the 2/1 line, you need to commit the Devo, like the Mystery Guardian to make it work as well. It's a lot of like bad cards that are gonna like clunk up your hand early. So I got off the Jellicent pretty quickly after the City League result, and then Monterey happened. And I saw this really cool new Turbo Gardevoir deck came out. It's pretty similar to the one that I piloted before to get top 8. So I was really excited to hear that kind of like been like invented by Henry Chow.
Yep.
So I asked him for some of his questions on like list changes. I got a good idea of like the direction of like where I should start taking it. And then from about like I played like a City League like the weekend before Champions League on a Monday. So I just like after that day I just grinded every single day. I went to there's so many locals in Japan, but you can easily get 8 hours of locals out a day. Just kept going to locals. And I think I literally went undefeated in every single local. I won a winner box. The deck was just working so well. So I thought it'd be the perfect deck to send for the Champions League.
All right. Nice. And did you make any changes before we get into your day 2 deck list picture? Did you make any changes between day 1 and day 2?
No. I thought the deck was pretty much perfect throughout day 1. Even now the tournament's ended, I can't think of a single card that you could ever possibly switch in that deck. The 4 Vessel, too good. 8 Psychic, too good. Mega Dianchi, really good. I think it's definitely just I think it's probably one of the most perfect deck lists.
Well, let's jump right into it. You kind of led off about the Mega Diancie, and that's a card that we're not going to have over here in the West for a while. So, what do you like about the Mega Diancie in the list, and why'd you include it, and how much worse is the deck without it? Is it so vital that to a lot of its success that you would feel nerfed without it, or what are your thoughts on Mega Diancie as a whole?
Yes, I originally put it in my deck because it doesn't have Dark Weakness. So in a lot of testing, I was trying to test out Mega Gardevoir Hero's Cape because Grimmsnarl is really popular in Japan. So it's kind of a way to live a Grimmsnarl attack. That deck sucked. It was terrible without a secret box. So I gave up on it pretty much immediately. When I saw this Diancie card, I was like, oh, Diancie card is pretty cool. It can live a Grimmsnarl attack. It can live multiple Grimmsnarl attacks, in fact. I was getting to work on it almost immediately. And then I realized that this card can just 240 damage without Gardevoir being set up. You just have to attach twice to it. And let me make a lot of other changes with the deck list, right? I can go down to 1 TM Evo because I need to attack with Gardevoir a lot less. Diancie works really well with being Bravery Charmed.
Oh, sure.
So the free Bravery Charms make much more sense from the list. I was originally on 2 Bravery Charm, 2 Evo, but I think free Bravery Charm 1 Evo is just always better.
Makes sense.
The deck definitely does get nerfed a lot more without it. The Grimmsnarl matchup is much, much worse. And I think 1 Evolution is definitely a lot worse without Diancie because you don't have that big 300 HP guy you can just start swinging with on turn 2.
Yeah, I didn't think about the Bravery Charm, honestly. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's really good, the Bravery Charm, yeah.
Yeah, 320 HP, you can Monkey Dory, it's weak to metal. That's really good. This hits for 240.
Yeah, and because the 30 HP reduction lasts multiple attacks, if you Monkey Dory away, it can live 3 Grimmsnarl attacks. It's incredible, yeah.
That's wild, yeah. So you would need to for the stage 2 decks, you would need what, 9 damage counters, put you at 330? So you would need to be able to enable 9 damage counters and have 3 monkeys in play. Okay.
Yeah. It can literally okay, I'm pretty sure the only Pokemon in the game that can do this, only basic Pokemon. It can live a Charizard swing when you're 1 prizes.
That's wild.
Yeah, which is incredible.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, that's an interesting take that I didn't think about, honestly.
Yeah, it floats really well with the Bravery Charms. I'm pretty sure 3 Bravery Charms should be standard when Mega Diancie eventually comes out.
When do we get that card? Is that
it's way too long.
Is it Phantasmal? Is that when we're getting it?
It's after LAIC, yeah. It's wildly long, yeah.
Well, at least we won't have that with Gardevoir very long in the West. Get Gardevoir out of
here. We're going to get about 4 months of Gardevoir Mega Diancie. I think it's be very good when it comes out.
Yeah, it probably will be. Yeah. All right. So you mentioned Grimmsnarl was the deck that Gardevoir is scared of in Japan, and that's why you tucked in the Diancie. What other matchups in the Mega format is Gardevoir scared of?
Almost nothing, to be honest. The deck had a slightly suspicious partner matchup because I'm playing the 1 TM Evo. But even then, I think I was still able to win most of my games. I still felt fairly comfortable. But Diancie's really good against Jellicent as well. I forgot to mention that. The one-shot Jellicent with 1 Monkey Dory, which is incredible. Because you don't need any items as well, just pre-search for Diancie. So yeah, Jellicent's a good matchup now. But I can't really think of anything I was scared to play, to be honest.
Okay. Looking at your simple order breakdown, that's kind of a topic of discussion in Gardevoir now that Lilies is a card. So you chose 4 Iono, 3 Lilies, 2 Research, 1 Arven. Would you change that count at all? And why'd you choose the 1 Arven?
So I think my support account is literally perfect. I would even play it going into a new format without Diancie. I just like don't think there's an argument to change it. The reason why I chose it is just because like Lili's like it's like so strong. You're like you want to be playing it on turn 1, turn 2, and sometimes turn 3, right? You want to be playing on every single turn where you're at 6 prizes. And with Gardevoir, you're at 6 prizes for a very long time.
Right.
You find like rare candy Gardevoir so easily with lilies. I hit it so many times just like the power of 8 cards
Yeah.
and not being forced to sort of like a rare candy off research is so strong.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of like the argument that some players are making, right? Where they're saying, okay, well, I want 4 lilies, I want 4 Iono, but I also want these research cards. So would you ever like consider 4 lilies and then like 3 Iono, or like if you wanted that that 4th lilies, where would that spot come from?
Yes, and that's the question a lot. My logic is that a lot of games I want to play 5 Ionos, so I can't imagine ever going down to 3.
Okay.
I think if you want to play 4 for lilies, you could probably cut the Arvin. Basically, the reason I played the Arvin is because some games you want a secret box for Arvin to guarantee that second item card, right?
Right.
If you have like a full combo, which is going to win the game, which I did a couple times. Like, was definitely a couple games I lost on the Arvin. I do recommend my sport account. I think it's perfect. But if you want to put 4 lilies, I think Arvin is the best cut for it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense with Arvin, just to kind of have that, what you need sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. How did the new like Curlias and Ralts feel? Did you ever consider playing the ones that are already legal, or how'd you come to that
Not at
decision?
all. The new Ralts and Curlies are so good. It's the best buff Gardevoir has gotten since I think it's since like Liz Clefairy. Maybe since Monkey Dory. It's an incredible card. Callsign, use it a bunch. I was originally trying to build a deck with no TM Evo, and you basically blind first, and then you callsign a bunch, just get all your stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my deck just loses to Badoo. So going first isn't very viable in menu format still, but it's still like it's such a good attack. I used to collect so much. It's really good to find like your rare candy Gardevoir pieces.
Yeah.
Just want to like chill for a turn, and you miss Evo, you just collect, and you're probably gonna rare candy Gardevoir next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. I think the 100 HP is probably really good with Raging Bolt being everywhere, right? Because the 90 to the bench that they like to do with the Baby Bolt. I bet you that 100 HP buff was really nice.
Yeah, I think Raging Bolt's literally unplayable for the new format. If there's any Raging Bolt fans out there,
hey. You can't see it on the screen up here. I'm actually cooking my list right now.
If you can make it work, that'd be cool. But I think the Gardevoir matchup becomes like unfavored, almost unlosable.
Yeah. I mean, it was rough last format, even when I was like Turbo, Baby Bolt, and it's like, it's rough now with the 100 HP. I'm feeling it. I'm like, bro, I just can't kill the Curlias quick enough.
Every single Raging Bolt player I would go against is I demo out like 1 Curlia, just to like whatever is like surprised or like the other Curlias in my hand, and they'd always commit Prime Catcher on their second turn to kill my Curlia. And I'm like, oh my god, I just won the game because like the deck can't function with Prime Catcher, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's maybe it's a 4 Pokemon catcher deck now.
But probably. I'm really surprised about the direction it goes because using that Prime Catcher early feels very bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a little bit of Roth Catherine's Worlds list with the 4 Pokemon catcher Miraidon. It's like
that list is so cool.
Just gotta go catcher, man. Okay, so any other list questions or topics you want to discuss that I didn't bring up?
Not really. I think the main thing is the Mystery Garden and Artson. I only played 1 Artson in my list. That's basically because like I cut the 1 Arvin. You do like the secret box for Artson play on your first turn much less often. Because 8 cards is like a lot of cards from lilies, right? So like you kind of draw into your basics a lot more. So that's basically pretty much the logic behind like 1 Artson making like a bit more sense to me.
Okay. Heard. All right. Now let's talk about the meta, the mega format meta. They don't really give us a Japan meta breakdown. So what was your read going into the tournament of what the meta was going to look like?
So I had pretty good expectations of what it would look like. So in like the locals I was playing beforehand, I saw a lot of Lunatone and Solrock Dengo. I'm pretty sure that's people like the secret good deck of this format. So I expected some of that. I expected a lot of Gardevoir, a lot of Jellicent, which I felt pretty complimentary with the Mega Diancie. I don't lose against a single one all weekend and I hit 3. A lot of Grimmsnarl for some reason. I think Grimmsnarl's a horrible play. because your matchup gets a lot worse with Janchu, right? And then Golden Go's still very popular, which is a horrible matchup. But there's like so much Grimmsnarl over here. It's probably like the third most played deck, if I had to guess. It's basically like, okay, it's pretty much like the Western format, just like if Grimmsnarl was like a lot more popular, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So what decks besides Gardevoir really impressed you in your testing? Like if you had played anything else besides Gardevoir, what would it have been?
I was really close to sending Golden Go, just because Golden Go, of course, still has a pretty good Gardevoir matchup. I think I forgot to mention this. I think I was kind of scared against Golden Go. It's not like an amazing matchup still, especially if Diancie is pretty bad against Golden Go if you start, if that's like an auto
Yeah,
loss.
you open Diancie, it's like an auto loss, right?
Diancie just cried, yeah. But yeah, so I was playing something Golden Go at one point, just because like there's so much Grimmsnarl. I really hate playing against Grimmsnarl, and I was like, I just want the auto win in this matchup. So
yeah,
and Golden Go definitely is a very, very, very good Grimmsnarl matchup.
makes sense. So with the results this weekend of the Tournament of Doom and like all the other online tournaments, and even like the mega event full group games, we saw Golden Go Rocks, like you said, doing well. We saw some Cerule Edge doing well. Obviously, Gardevoir took down the Tournament of Doom without the Diancie. What are your thoughts on like the West meta, and is it kind of evolving the way that you thought it would based off of like Japan?
Yeah, so kind of like a very key point I think on Sand. Players in Japan, like I think Western players often just like think like, oh, their meta is crazy over there, it's not going to translate. Every single player I played against was really good, and their lists all seemed to be really clean. So I think it was definitely like much more to be taken away from Japanese lists than like Western players originally think. And I think that's something that needs to be understood. It's not really going the way I expected. I think it's going to take a while for like the meta to become like corrected to the good decks. My teammate Emma won the full grip event. Shout out her.
Oh, that's funny. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing Eevee Box, which is like isn't played in Japan at all. I think Felicity plays is very cool. Which like I wasn't expecting at all. Yeah, I think it's gonna take a while for like the meta to become corrected over here. I think there's a lot of like very wild stuff like being played right now. After Milwaukee, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like 0 Mega Lucario and 0 Mega Venusaur, because both those decks are terrible.
That's so sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not very good, and I think it kind of showed in Japan. So I think it's gonna take a while for the West to get to where Japan is right now. But
yeah. I mean, the issue with Lucario is you can't be weak to Gardevoir. Like, you can't lose the Gardevoir. You can't, like, auto-lose the Gardevoir. It's so horrible.
Yeah. I mean, Venusaur hasn't got, like, an amazing Gardevoir matchup. And also Venusaur, just, like... I was watching Azul play it on stream, and every, like, second hand would just literally be an auto loss. It was, like, wild, yeah.
All right, well, if Venusaur isn't playable, that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, Venusaur is...
What deck is going to abuse this card? We gotta have a deck that abuses this card.
I went against 2 Festival Leads. Festival Leads seems to be weirdly popular right now. Maybe Festival Leads can do something about that card.
Okay. All right, we're cooking Festival Lead. All right.
Yeah, Festival Leads. You can get all the Grimmsnarls out there, probably, hopefully. I think it's going to take a while for that card to become good. I wouldn't be surprised if it was very good after rotation. I think Monkey Dory just makes any decks that can't use Monkey Dory, it's just terrible. Like,
yeah, Monkey Dory should be banned. If Monkey Dory was banned, I think the format would be a lot better.
I love that guy. No, he's so cool.
Yeah, you love that guy because you play Gardevoir.
Yeah, I think I've played some deck without Monkey Dory since Monkey Dory released.
Yeah, I mean,
he played Drago for one format and for one tournament, and I hated it.
Like the question I asked you earlier about how I'd fix the format, you just ban Monkey Dory.
It's definitely way too strong, but at the same time, I've gained a lot of money from it being in format, so...
Well, the new stadium is going to nerf Monkey a little bit, but it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, Gardevoir can just Secret Box replace it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times, like, even like you talk about the Bolt matchup, I'm like, oh, I'll open jamming. Great, here's jamming. They're like, Arvin for Secret Box. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, that's kind of conclude our interview, Rose. Thanks so much for joining. Before we jump off, do you have any shout outs or any sponsors, anyone you want to shout out? Where can people find you on Twitter, ask questions, anything like that?
Yes, shout out to my team, Project Artemis. They're super cool. We upload a bunch of content. I uploaded a bunch of videos about how to like kind of play in Japan if you want to get like interested in what I was doing the past weekend. My Twitter is, hold on, I double check this, I never use Twitter, is, our X is @MariaSumi_. It's like Maria, then SUMI.
And again, that was Rose Gregson right off her 70th place finish at the Champions League Yokohama. Again, fantastic to have them on. I know Eric is going to try to do the thing he always says he's going to do, which is stump us with trivia, but Parker and I will not let that happen. Before we do that, I do want to give a quick shout out to FCBC, sponsor of the Beach Court podcast. Again, they just had a resupply of all their cool colors, like the Itchy Pollen Green and the Electric Blue is back. I actually just sleeved up my GLC deck in the Stealth Gray, which is pretty sweet. Eric's a fan of the Blood Red, but I like the Periwinkle. But actually, we also do have another exciting announcement with FCBC. We're excited to partner with them for a really awesome opportunity for a member of the community. Again, all of us.
Stop what you're doing. Listen to this. This is
exactly
really big. Like, stop what you're doing right now.
Yeah, honestly, a really, really good opportunity for someone. So anyone who's listened, here knows that we all enjoy traveling to the regionals. So all of us, the Beach Court podcast, have the great opportunity to. And FCBC wants to share that joy with someone else in the community and help someone who's been held back financially from being able to attend a regional before. So looking to pay for someone's registration, hotel, travel to a North American regional, so they can participate in the fun that we get to here at the pod, and also many others who listen and in the community who get to. So if you know a member of the community or of your locals, or maybe like a local junior, senior, or someone else who'd be eligible, look out for our announcement this weekend on X or Twitter at BeachCourtPod. The application will be going live later this weekend. We'll be talking about it in the next few weeks. So we'll have a few weeks to fill it out. But once that's out, send it to that person or fill out if you yourself are eligible. Again, would love to help and super excited to partner with FCBC to help someone get to a regional who maybe hasn't had a chance to experience one before.
Now, listen, there's no better partner than FCBC, man. They love giving back to the community. They love the Pokemon community. They work really hard, and this is a great opportunity to be able to bring to everyone. And if you really know someone that that is it's just tough times right now, and if you know someone that needs some help, get into a regional and really really wants to play and has their heart in the right place and wants to go for all the right reasons, we want to help bring in that. So make sure you stay tuned and fill out the application if you feel you're eligible, or if you know someone's eligible, urge them to apply. All right, so now it's my turn to try to stump you boys. We're gonna find out how much you've been studying your Limitless online results this weekend as we get into our next segment where we're going to be reviewing said Limitless online results. There are 5 decks that have a greater than 50% win rate with a minimum 100 games. Name the 5 decks.
5 decks you've never heard of, probably. Okay, so Parker, I do have some insider knowledge I am happy to share with you, because earlier pre-recording, Eric was sharing the results. So I remember that Goldengo and Ceruledge were 53%.
Okay.
After that, I don't know, probably Guardy, probably Pidgeot. Does Blitzle have 100 games on Pidgeot control? Is Crustle up there? What are you thinking, Parker?
So I feel like Guardy might not be one of them. Obviously it's the best deck, but
how many online Mickeys are Henry Chow playing in? Probably 0.
Not a lot, not a whole lot. I don't even know. It's such a toss up. Probably. I mean, Crustle, maybe.
Yeah, let's go low play rate, well positioned. So I'm fine to send a Crustle. I'm fine to send a Grimmsnarl, even maybe.
Yeah, Grimm's been popping off this weekend.
Any chance Terror Box, maybe?
Maybe.
It's only 5 decks. I mean, those are 5. Those are 5 decks in the standard format that we've mentioned. Those are certainly 5 of them. What you think? Any changes you make, Parker?
So maybe Zora work, but I think I looked at one of the tournaments and the people that played it outside of the high placer did not do well. So I'm not actually not.
Yeah, I feel like Zoroark's one of those decks that people will pick up and be like, oh, I want to play this because I just want a regional, and then they sit down and play it and they're like, wait, this feels terrible because I'm not Liam Halliburton. I haven't been grinding this for months. So yeah, I feel like it might be a little too low. So it's a Goldengo. What do we say? Ceruledge. You cool with Grim?
Yeah, I'm cool with Grim. Crustle. And
Crustle. 5th one. We gotta pick something.
Yeah. I mean, I can see Garchomp. I don't know if it's
Garchomp. Let's send Garchomp. Garchomp believers. It
I
says
am a
Garchomp
but we'll send
believer.
Garchomp.
Garchomp number 5 has minimum 100 games plus 50% win rate.
I think so.
Wait, how long do you want us to be in the segment, Eric?
All right, fine. Okay,
All right,
so,
let's go ahead.
so you guys are locking in Goldango, Ceruledge, Crustle, Grim, and Garchomp.
Sure.
Those are 5 decks that exist.
Those are 5
for
decks
sure.
that exist. Okay, you know Goldango and Ceruledge because you got the insider information. So congratulations, you got those correct at 53% each. Next up, out of your other 3, Grimmsnarl, yes, 54%. Out of all eligible decks, it was the highest win rate out of all eligible decks. Next up, you said Crustle. Crustle has a 62% win rate, but only 24 results. So was not.
And we need more players. We need more players.
Was not eligible for this. And Cynthia's Garchomp has a 52% win rate, but is only had 59 results, not eligible.
So you're saying we were right with the numbers, but what held us back was the amount of people who believed in these decks as much as we do.
Well, to be fair, there's 15 decks with a 50% win rate if you just don't exclude and have any qualifier. So the other 2 were Guardy Jelly at 52% and everyone's new favorite drawing deck, Alakazam to Dunsparce at 51%.
Hold up, Alakazam has 100 plays and what Garchomp doesn't?
106 plays, Alakazam to Dunsparce. 51.71.
Man, Azul puts out one video and now everyone's playing this deck. I don't know about that one.
I'm just telling you, bro. That's what it is, okay? It's a deck we got to learn about. We're going to talk about it. We got to learn about it, so. But let's jump into our meta review. I'm going to review our decks on the Limitless Online. I really just took a quick snapshot at the meta. I don't think this is, again, what we just talked about. It's not indicative of what our meta at Milwaukee will be. But some of it is, right, when you start combining stuff, right? You've got a Goldango here. I think there's a couple other Goldangos somewhere down here. Maybe even combine them into one. Here we go. Combine them into one. You got a little bit better of a... So we got Gardevoir, 12%, Dragapult, 10%, Goldango, 10%, Ceruledge, Marnie's Grimmsnarl, Raging Bolt, Mega Venusaur makes an appearance up here. But, these 3 decks are the new 3 decks that people are trying. The Mega Venusaur, the Alakazam, Lucario.
No shot Alakazam. What? People like this deck? Is it good?
I mean, it's got a 51% win rate. We can look at the matchups. We're losing to Gardevoir.
30% of the Gardevoir. I mean, honestly,
but
it's
we're beating Goldango heavy. So it's destroying Goldango, destroying Ceruledge. Oh, but look at Ceruledge, Gardevoir, and Dragapult though.
Oh, so just
dude, 11%, 11% into Grimmsnarl.
I mean, yeah, these numbers are really you're either auto winning.
Listen. These are the decks. You know what that is? They're not losing to the decks. They're losing to 4 Ionos. That's what is happening.
Oh, true.
They're losing the spread. I mean, and again, and also, I mean, taking a step back, this is the problem with the meta in a way. It's because there's the big basic 2-stick beat sticks that are okay, well, the spread decks don't do enough to me, and then there's all the 3 spread decks, and every other deck either doesn't do 2 prize as well as the 2 prize decks, or they lose to the spread decks.
Yeah.
So,
but Alakazam is here, baby. It's here to stay.
All right. Hey, maybe will it be on the graphic in Milwaukee?
Maybe.
No, it will not.
I mean, maybe maybe it's in that 2% on the second page.
That's the rest.
I mean, you look at these top decks here. I mean, the top win rates we already talked about. Goldango and Ceruledge at 53%. I mean, really, the rest of this is sub 50. I mean, Marty's Grimmsnarl 54. Inzorok 52. Charizard 52. Cynthia's Garchomp 52. So some interesting data here early online, and I'm really just curious to see how this goes in the future. I mean, what would you say right now if you had to pick and we're going to do our tier list in a second? What would be like the top 6 most picked decks? If you had to say it right now for Milwaukee, what would those be?
Oh, I mean, Guardy, Polt, Dengo, Marnie, Terrabox.
Maybe.
Are we
Does
considering
Cerulege
all
make the
Guardies?
graphic?
I think
I was
could.
kind of doubting it for. I mean, there was a little bit of buzz about like Cerulege. I saw some stuff on Twitter yapping about it, but like looking at the data here, like people are playing it. Like we're a full week out from Milwaukee still. Like it's possible someone is seeing the success and says, "Yo, Cerulege is finally good." Like, yo, let's just try it. Like,
I mean, hear me out. If you're like a Raging Bolt enjoyer, are you taking Raging Bolt or are you taking Cerulege that has a 53% win rate versus Guardy? Like,
it's that good in a Guardy, really?
I mean, you just go fast, bro. Like, and you can blow up their Gardevoir. It's just like Goldango. Like, you can just.
I guess
blow
it's
them
Soul
stuff
Rock.
up.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, the good news about it
Yeah,
is
Briar.
like you draw Briar, a bunch of cards. If you play the Legacy, that makes things a little bit awkward for the Guardy player because they gotta like kill it with Monkey.
That's not that awkward.
I mean, it's a little awkward for sure. You gotta like because like at that point, if you're playing Legacy, Guardy has to go like Iono hit it and pray you can't like win the game because like they're in that position usually. Like they gotta hope you miss off Iono, and you've got the Soul Rock Lunatone, you've got researchers and things. So I mean, like if I was going to Milwaukee and I'm a Raging Bolt enjoyer, and you know that, and I'm trying to build a list and make a good list right now, but with 100 HP like Curlios running around, dude, I'm not playing Bolt. I'm switching to Cerulege or something better like that, like some other like Turbo like Miraidon or something. Because if you're a Turbo enjoyer, I don't see how you play Raging Bolt. Like it just gets destroyed by Gardevoir. Like what do you think the number is online?
I mean, Turbo Bolt's one believer is saying don't even play Turbo Bolt.
Like 46% in the Guardy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's
not
kind of
bad.
even. It's even, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the ties like skew things down even. Yeah, no, but not 46% overall is not ideal.
Yeah. I mean, just like it's going to be a Gardevoir heavy meta in Milwaukee, in my opinion.
It's just
Well,
very good.
play. Grimstar actually destroys Jelly Guardian.
I mean, look at these numbers. Everything's good for Cerulege except for Goldango.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you get farmed by Goldango, yeah.
Hey, but maybe that's fine, right? You look at the meta, maybe that's fine.
I mean, I don't know, like it's right. I mean, Goldango was like on the downward trend kind of ever since Worlds.
You ever just check in like Toad Scroll into Marnie's?
That's like so bad though.
Yeah, just dies in 2 turns to the Frost Blast.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like it's interesting. Like Goldango was like kind of on the downtrend, but then Soul Rock Lunatone came out. It's like now there's like attention back on it. It's like if Soul Rock Lunatone come out, like Goldango would probably be like a fairly under the radar play potentially.
Yeah.
But instead everyone's gonna be playing Soul Rock and Lunatone probably. But it'd be like that sometimes, I guess.
I mean, Soul Rock and Lunatone might be like the best card from the set for sure.
Lily's Determination would like a word with you.
I mean, yeah. The thing is, when you say best card from the set, right? Like Soul Rock and Lunatone is going into Goldango. You don't find Lily's going into Goldango. Soul Rock and Lunatone is going into Cerulege. You don't find Lily's Determination going into that deck.
Yeah, but Lily's Determination is like probably the single strongest draw supporter the game has ever made.
Yeah, maybe. Dude, like, is Dragapult, like, how do you play Dragapult right now? Look at this. 36% in the Guardy. Like, how are you playing Dragapult? It's the same thing as Raging Bolt. Like, it's just so bad.
It's fun. Don't worry about
it.
it.
They're Dragapult enjoyers.
Dude,
also, it is just good. It is just good.
Like, it's just terrible to play Dragons right now, bro.
Yo, think about when Lost Tina was around and be like, man, Tina feels so bad, but there's always some Tina enjoyers that are gonna play, right? I mean, like the Dragon decks just like never die.
Yeah, that's true. They don't. Take one last look at Terrabox before we move on. Terrabox matchups pretty close across the board. Goldango's terrible. Holy moly!
The people know how to play it. I mean,
Goldango's
well, and also if you play, I mean, I honestly probably the extra aggression with the Lunatone does help. I do think that also like the Alex Shemansky and Josh Frink build where they're playing the Flareon package
Oh, yeah.
plus the Pikachu like that. Like if you play that, like you could like Goldango's like almost unlosable.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, let's just jump over and start our tier list. What do you guys say?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, let's just put both Gardevoirs in S, or what are we thinking about both Gardevoirs? I mean, they're.
I mean, S tier. Are we calling this the top shelf, or are we just truly saying these are just the true best decks in the format?
I mean, I think they're the best decks.
Hey,
Yeah, you can't really argue that. Again, we've seen Gardevoir's dominance. We know it's adaptable, right? The Gardevoir is the deck of the format, right? Everything is based around how does it fare in a Gardevoir. Decks are good because they're better in the Gardevoir. Some decks are stuck in D tier because they cannot be Gardevoir or any other spread deck. So I think Gardevoir is very appropriate here at the S tier.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about what decks beat Gardevoir, because if you beat Gardevoir, that automatically like gets you to like B and A, no matter what, right? So, I mean, if you beat Gardevoir, like it gets you at least to B minimum.
Yeah. Let's get through some of the decks and we'll see where we end up.
All right, so let's start with Grim. Grim beats Gardevoir. Yes, we agree with that.
Sometimes,
for the most part.
All right, do we think it's
More
an A tier
often
play
than
right now
not.
or a B?
I low key think it's an A tier play, and like I don't know why.
No, dude, tell us why. Yeah.
Yeah, tell us why.
Well, I was just gonna say I don't know why it like fell off so hard. Like I guess like the Dango matchup's like rougher now, but like I don't know. Like I could have thought of myself playing it to Pittsburgh. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think it has such a tough time into Goldango, and Dragapult isn't as good as we want it to be. I do think Grim gets a notable buff with Lilies, right? That's probably the deck that's been looking for Lilies the most by far.
Yeah.
And also the Evoltol is, I think, a very significant buff in the best of 3 format that we play, to be able to just have a much better retreating option. So, got man's shuffling over there. We got yeah, again, I think it's on that brink of A to B, and I just don't, and the only reason I don't know is because like Grimm's is like so bad in Dango, like tough into Bolt. Like, is Ceruledge a deck now? It doesn't seem good into that either. I mean, things seem a little tricky everywhere else besides Gardevoir.
Do you think it's not? You think it's in a B play, Maddox? Is what you're voting?
I think it's A. Like I think you seal your Bolt matchup just by including 1 copy of Evoltol in your deck.
True.
But like,
Especially if you're playing a higher Gust build.
Yeah. Like if you play 4 Gusts, like you'll for sure see 1, and they'll for sure have a Latios on the bench.
You're hitting that thing for 40 though.
Yeah, but then you know it's 2 ticks. Like I said, that matchup's very winnable just by playing Badoo, like Monkey Dory. Although like a lot of them don't play Badoo. But...
Okay, so what I'm hearing, Parker, you say A, Max, you say B.
Yeah, I mean it's like low A for like low A, high B type of thing. It's right on that brink.
I'll keep it an A for now.
Okay.
I think it's a really good play. It's like you said, it's getting that consistency, and if you really know how to play it well and you're a good pilot, it's kind of like how Enzorark just won the tournament because you beat Guardies and Grim Frostlash just beats a lot of other things too. All right, so let's move on. What else beats Gardevoir consistently?
Let's talk Zoroark.
Enzorark.
Right off a regional win in Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna start here because I don't think it's going up to A.
I mean, I think Enz is like, it's kind of similar to Grim. It's like it's like the extremes are more like you're even better into Guardy and into Pult, but you're like even worse into everything else.
Yeah,
kind of. Like you lose to the weird stuff. This is not really a deck I would like recommend playing to like a locals because you're probably gonna hit like real decks, or so you're gonna hit other decks than just like Guardian Pult. Now, I do think the right pilot on the right run, will have a successful run with this, like in Pittsburgh potentially.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit the right decks and you have enough experience, but like for someone who doesn't have a bunch of hours, I mean, I can't really put it above a B play.
What do you think, Parker? What are you thinking about?
It's just like it's the same thing. Where it's like it does have actually a better Guardian matchup, but like I don't know. It seems rougher. Like how do you ever beat
enough? That's the thing.
I
Does the Mega Absol help it enough?
Wait, Mega Absol and what?
And I saw like Azul was
In
playing Mega Absol.
manually
That-
attaching and energy switching to it.
That doesn't. I mean, you can play Janine's. I don't.
Tell me what
I don't
saw.
know. I mean, again, Absol's second attack is good. 2 dark and a colorless, 200 damage, and you look at your opponent's hand, discard a card from there, right? Gives you tons of flexibility. The 3 prize it might
kill
be
the Gardevoir, get rid of Rare Candy. Anyways, yeah, okay, let's keep it in B. I'm good with that. All right, what else is beating Gardy? Are we saying
maybe
Dango?
Yeah, I mean, Dango is favored in the Gardy.
Straight Dango? Which one? We got 3 variants here. Which one do you want to go through first?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the new one on the block, the Goldango Soul Rock.
Right.
We saw this deck dominate in online tournaments. We saw it dominate full grip games. We saw it in top 8 of Champions League. It's a new way to play it. Is Goldango Soul Rock a deck that is kind of defining how the format is run? I would say from early indications of Mega format going to Milwaukee, yes. Does that in its own put it in a S tier where we need to say this deck needs to be respected?
100% needs to be respected, but I don't know. I don't know if it's S. It's probably close, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's fully S. I definitely think it's like on the same power level as Grim.
I think it's.
It's definitely it's better than Grim.
It's way better than Grim.
Sorry, it's better than Grim, but like I think it's on the same tier as far as like I don't know if anything else is sitting up on that S tier with Gardevoir. I think it's in it. I think Gardevoir is just so good that it's in a tier of its own. I don't think anything else is like in its tier.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
That's kind of why like I'm struggling like putting it in S and I want to put it in A. Just because like I don't know. I don't think anything else belongs in this S tier.
I can see that.
What do you guys think? Group decision. A or S?
It's right on the brink for me.
We'll do A for now, I suppose.
All right, cool. Moving on. Let's talk about straight Dango. So this is like if you were going to play Scizor in your list, play Levincia. If you're going to play like the Secret Box list.
Togekiss.
Togekiss. Yeah, any type of like other variant of Goldango that's not Joltik Box. I mean, I think we're just going to put like this one in A. It's kind of like on the same level as the Goldango Solrock. Like choose your poison. Whatever you prefer, or is it worse?
I think Solrock's better positioned. If it's purely a position for Milwaukee, there's an argument for B, I think, for it.
What do you think, Maddox?
Yeah, I kind of the same thought as Parker, right? I think the Solrock and Lunatone package is like well positioned heading into Milwaukee. Goldango, some of the options you have just don't feel quite as good as the Solrock, right? If you're in a mirror against Solrock as straight Dango, right? You'd much rather be on the Solrock side. Your rare candy tricks are a little bit worse into a room with Jelly Guardy. I mean, I guess it is nice if you can get it set up. I think the Solrock, I think the Goldango Solrock deck is that extra level of aggression to keep up with the spread decks that are running things with the Grimmsnarls and Guardies and Pults. So it has a little bit of an edge for me.
Okay. And then the Joltik Box variant, I think we all agree is the worst variant of them. But it's still pretty good. Just got top 16 in Milwaukee. Shout out Ben. Getting top 16 with that. Where do we feel about it in this format? Did we look at it on the other variants?
I think it got grouped together.
Yeah.
Potentially.
It was
a little bit
a
lower
separate
there.
thing with the variant.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a very good deck.
I mean, those numbers don't lie.
No, it's
Yeah, it's still very good, right?
You get pooped on by Alakazam, but those.
Well,
numbers
apparently
don't lie.
everything does. So maybe Alakazam is the one that
Grimmsnarl.
be in the top tiers. Yeah, I mean, again, you have that aggression.
Maybe this is good. Maybe we're sleeping on it.
No, I think it's at least B. At least.
Oh yeah, definitely at least B. I mean, I think there's a world where Goldango Joltik was like a little bit underexplored in the last format. Of course, it won the World's Championships in seniors. You have some good options, right? Maybe Solrock is that extra aggression that straight dangle build can use that Goldango Joltik was relying on before. So I think it's still like a high B, even maybe a low A consideration.
I can put it in A. I mean, after those numbers, I'm down to put it in A.
Yeah, and again, like a deck like Goldango Joltik or even Joltik Box in its own is solid, especially like a new format. When people are playing more setup decks, lists aren't as refined. When you're playing just an aggressive list that's going to capitalize any slow setups, and taking 2 prizes for it, Goldango Joltik's gonna be pretty good like that.
Any issues with A?
No.
Nope.
All right, moving on. We are done with Goldango.
Yeah. Let's just tackle Joltik Box real quick while we have a standalone thing here.
Oh, well, that's down here.
I mean, I don't know if it's D. I mean, like again, it's not that different than regular Goldango Joltik Box. I think Joltik Box's misstep is you need to be able to like chain the attackers versus Goldango Joltik. You have your draw engine and your attacker on board. You're a little more consistent than Goldango Joltik, but I think C is a fair ranking for a Joltik Box. Like if you're gonna play Joltik Box, like just play Goldango Joltik Box.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's better in all the ways you need it right now.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, it's just like it. All right. Speaking of not good, let's talk about my favorite deck, Raging Bolt.
Dang.
I mean, it's just not good right now. Like, you can't beat Guardy. You're probably losing to Goldango now. They've got.
You always lose to Goldango.
Nah.
Grimstall has Eviltal. Like,
yeah, Grimstall's got Eviltal. Like, the meta is just so harsh towards Raging Bolt. But the thing with Raging Bolt and like the argument you have, like, it has a result in this format in Mega Evolutions in Japan. It is just a good, fast, consistent deck for the most part. So like I think for that, like you get C at minimum. And like you could argue to put it in B because like, am I gonna play Enzorok or Raging Bolt? I'm probably just gonna play Raging Bolt. Right? It's more consistent, it's stronger across 9 rounds, best of 3. What do you guys think between C and B?
What happened the last time we said Raging Bolt was bad?
I don't know. What happened?
Christian
Labello won with it. That very next week, that very same weekend.
All right. So what are you saying? You saying it's S tier?
No, absolutely not. But I think it could go B. It is just a deck that people love to play. They love to Teodance, Sada, Prime Catcher.
Yeah.
And that's a winning strategy. I mean, like, it's just a good deck.
Yeah, B tier for sure. Solid deck, gets going, lots of options, great attacker still. Yeah. Bolt's still if you've been playing Bolt, like stick to it. Like it's still solid.
Yeah, rough Guardy, but like, are you gonna play Guardy for 14 rounds? No.
Oh.
If you do, then
you'll lose to 2 of them, win the other 12 rounds, and you'll be in cut.
All right. Straight Dragapult. Is it a D tier play?
So
Straight Dragapult.
I'm gonna say no, actually, because
it gets C at minimum.
I've seen a lot of the like Toad schools in it. Toad
Scrolls, yeah.
Toad Scroll in it.
Eerie.
I guess the Eerie. I mean, I'm not counting on that to make it to like Western lists. Like maybe, like it's a good card if you pull it off. Like more power to you. But like, I don't know. I think the Toad School inclusion is like really like could steal a lot of games from Dango and stuff.
Max, what do you think? C, D?
Yeah,
E?
I mean, I'll like when you have a coherent Dragapult list, like as long as you're not like piling together cards that don't work, like I don't think you can ever put Dragapult lower than like C, just because like Phantom Dive is the best attack in the game still, and like the deck functions. It has a great engine. It's a big beefy attacker, right? I mean, the only reason it's so low is because like Lily's Clefairy exists in a way, right?
And Goldango exists.
And Goldango, right? So I mean, like I think like for that reason alone, like we can't ever put it lower than C. Now, is it the Dragapult variant I would recommend anyone to play? Not at all. I think Charizard and Dusknoir are much better because it gives you more options into the rest that you need. And of course, we're going to talk about those here in a second. But I think out of respect for what the deck can do, we have to keep it in at least C. Because like you have a hard time in the Gardevoir, you have a hard time in the Goldango, but like and everything else, like you're okay and your deck's pretty consistent.
All right, understood. There's a Dragapult Charizard making a comeback this format. I mean, I've definitely theorized the list and worked on it a little bit, and Lily's is just good. You could play Secret Box in it. You could play Unfair Stamp. You could just Lilies for 8, Rare Candy, Charizard, do some things. What do you think about Dragapult Charizard? What are your initial thoughts?
It's a super solid deck. I mean, you don't just like auto win anything, and you don't like auto lose anything. But like, I think the raw power of it is just a little bit less than like the straight versions of like the each respective deck. But I don't know. Let's see. Like, maybe I just haven't put enough thought or tests into it. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe B, right? I mean, I think it's probably better than straight Dragapult. Again, it's one of these things where it's like Zard gets a lot of cool new options, and Charizard is gonna be a good attacker into the Gardevoirs. And also like Dragapult Dusknoir is a good deck, and like Charizard Dusknoir with Pidgeot is a good deck. So like by like playing Dragapult and Charizard together, we're like, okay, let's have no Pidgeot, so less engine and less prize power with Dusknoir. So it's like, why would you play this as opposed to just playing like Dragapult Dusknoir or Charizard Pidgeot? I think it's a cool deck. I think cool combo to have kind of best of both worlds, but I think just like in power levels, kind of like behind the other options you could play with Dragapult and Charizard.
So you like B or C?
I mean, like probably like low B for me, honestly.
All right, let's put it in C for now. Dragapult Dusknoir, probably the best Dragapult variant. So let's start at B and see if do we have an argument to get to A. You're auto losing to Gardy.
Not auto losing.
Not auto.
I mean, you're winning 30% of the time against Gardy.
That's better than 30.
Nah.
Online is
right now.
Nah. I mean, I think it's like when I look at this deck, right? I mean, you're losing to the Goldengos, you're probably losing to Grim, and you're probably losing to Gardevoir. So like, I can't put it up into A.
No, I know. I think it has to be an A, right? I mean, when games of Pokemon are played over the table, when you play over the table at the World Championships, Dragapult Dusknoir had a 43% win rate into Gardevoir.
That's not very good.
40.
It's better than
Most of these
30.
decks have a 30% win rate into Gardevoir, right? And Dragapult Dusknoir beats everything else.
Other decks,
right?
What?
I mean, I
What
think
was its Goldango win percentage?
Well, it doesn't beat Goldango, but like it beats everything else besides those two.
So you don't beat Goldango, and you're 40% in the Gardy.
And you beat everything else.
I don't know, dude. Maybe.
Are you saying Dragapult? Are you saying Poltnor is a B tier play?
I don't think it's an A tier play. Like, I think like you should not be playing this deck on Milwaukee.
I
Like,
think
it's not like if you're looking to grab something from the top shelf, like that is like the best play for the tournament. I don't think it's in that vicinity of like this is the deck to play for the tournament.
I mean, part of my thoughts also, disclaimer, is that I am not a Psyduck believer. I do not think people would be playing Psyduck in Milwaukee. I don't think people are respecting Dragapult Dusknoir. I think Dragapult Dusknoir still remains a very good deck. Gets better with Lilies. Yes, you have a hard time in Gardy, but you get rare candies or playing them more aggressively. I think Poltnor just, again, inherently as a deck that functions is just like solid. And again, it's tough into Gardy and tough into Goldango, but into everything else that exists, you're pretty solid. And also, it's not like an auto loss to Gardy or Goldango, right? Like you can win those matchups.
All right.
Definitely.
So you're saying like you would grab it from the top shelf and play it to Milwaukee?
I mean, it's
like,
a deck I almost played to Pittsburgh. Like it's a good deck.
It's a consideration if I was going to Milwaukee.
All right. Well, let's keep moving.
I mean, like putting Poltnor and like Zoroark in the same tier, like that seems disrespectful to me. Honestly.
I just don't think it's a good play, but I'm overruled. Let's move on. we got to put some stuff in D. Let's try to fill out D. Are we putting Alakazam in D?
Yo, the win rates you're showing off, honestly, like maybe makes a contender be better.
Yeah, the thing with Alakazam, you farm half the top 6 and lose to the other half of the top 6.
But also half the top 6 is just Goldango. Like,
Goldango.
What do you think? C or D?
I might need to see an over the table result.
I need to like see someone play it first. Or like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like.
We need something in D. What's going in D?
What is
Lucario? Definitely going here.
Garchomp.
Nah, Garchomp C at least.
I mean, it's better. I don't know if it's good enough though.
Crustle.
You get farmed by Guardy. You lose to Guardy, Poltnor, and like Goldango used to be freer, and now it's like less free because of Solrock. So
we'll put it in C.
Lose to Grim.
All right, I'm just gonna put this here. I can't put it anywhere else.
Dang. I want to believe. I want to believe in Alakazam.
If you're listening to this podcast and you think Alakazam is not a D tier play, pull up the cool stuff locals and show us.
No, if you have a broken 60, DM it to me. If you have a broken 60, DM it to me and I'll play it on the ladder and see if I bring it to Milwaukee.
Take Eric's money. Just money match him.
Money match. Okay, let's go. My favorite deck, my current favorite deck, Ceruledge. I like this deck a lot. I think it's really good. I think that it's the best turbo deck for sure. Really, Goldie is like Goldango seems like it wants to be the best turbo deck, but since you farm it, you now are the best turbo deck. So
how that works.
I mean, that's how I feel, right?
I don't even know if you farm it, honestly.
Bro, how do you lose to Goldango? Like,
I mean, you have to find legacy. Okay, so I mean, like Solrock goes like take 78, take single prize KO. You have a 1 prize board. Like they either got to go like Solrock boss or they just evolve. And then Goldango goes like boss KO Squawk, and then they go KO your Goldango, and it's 3-3, and then you're still just ahead.
Yeah, there's that.
Sure. All right, so let's just start at B and see, is it better than B? I think it definitely like warrants B.
The B for sure.
B for sure. But like,
I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it.
I mean, just because you'd rather play Ceruledge than Dragon Ball Dusknoir, I don't think I mean like that doesn't mean that like Dragon Ball Dusknoir, like Dragon Ball Dusknoir is still gonna be more played than Ceruledge.
I know that. I'm saying, but what's better for the tournament? Is what I'm asking. That's what the tier list is asking.
I think that you will not win the 2026 Milwaukee Trading Card Game Championships if you play Ceruledge.
You're not.
I think you have a chance. I think you have a chance.
No shot.
You have to. At the end of the day, you inevitably have to play Guardian top 8.
Yeah, you're never. Yeah, like Ceruledge has a better chance to beat Guardian than Dragon Ball Dusknoir does.
But can it win 12 other games though? That's the question.
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
I mean, it's pretty consistent.
I mean, you lose to Alakazam. You lose to Alakazam to Dunsparce. So, like, can we really consider this deck? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, is that the best turbo deck now?
No.
Honestly.
Turn 2 rare candy.
We'll keep it in B. If we're keeping that in B, then the next 3 decks cannot touch A. Because the next 3 decks are not better than Ceruledge.
The Terra Box is like probably better than Ceruledge.
No.
I think
what?
It is. I think it is.
No.
Why is it not better?
Because it just won the Champions League. Ceruledge had 1 top 32 finish. Terra Box won based on the data.
That's the best turbo deck.
It's not turbo.
No, that is the best turbo deck.
Wait,
stop, turbo. Stop, you take two. You take 2.
You're right.
You take 2 before your opponent even thinks.
You're right.
And if they only take 1,
you guys want Terra Box and A is what I'm hearing.
I mean,
like that's what you're telling me, right?
It could be.
Like,
right? It's like,
I mean, like, let's seriously talk Terra Box for a second, right? We know it's good. We know it's a good engine. Like I think it can stand up to Guardy, but you probably lose to it. I mean, it's like you can stand up to all these decks, but you maybe still lose to them anyways. People are not respecting Pikachu at all. That's probably the biggest benefit for this.
That's true.
Not respecting it at all. No one's playing Shaman.
True.
Again, I
Also
think
true.
Noctowl for again, like I talked about earlier, like Noctowl for Crystal, Judge, take out 2, Judge to 4. Like that's like most decks cannot recover from that.
Okay. I'm laying down what you're cooking.
So, is it enough to?
Is Goldango losing to it?
Not particularly.
The Solrox gave it a much better option, which is the problem. The Soul before it used to be fine into Goldango. The Solrox make it a lot trickier for Terrorbox. You play the Flareon, it's probably fine. It's one of those things. Like I think Terrorbox is well positioned. Like not many people are going to play it still, but it is good.
All right, well, let's put it here. I can get behind it here. Put it in A. All right, Charizard, Pidgeot, the dark deck that does KO Gardevoir, but a little bit slower against some other things, maybe. You got some max belt things. You got Chi-Yu, who's really good attacker. I think I'm just gonna start with B tier, and I don't think it moves from there. I think it's a good play. I think it's strong play, but I don't think it's like a win the tournament deck.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a top 16 deck.
I mean, I could see it making a run. Again, Psyduck is good for it. Lily's is good for it. Is it enough? Is someone going to have the right 60 correct? I'm not sure. I still think there's too much Dragapult, right? I mean, to be fair, if you're out there as someone who's really thinking that Dragapult is like not going to show up this weekend, then like it could be the time for Zard because like Dragapult is what's been holding Zard back. I think too many people are still going to play Dragapult to make Zard a better play. Yeah. Now, would it surprise me if a Zard like broke into the top 8? Not at all. But lately it's been held back way too much by Dragapult, and while it's not as well positioned, I think it's still going to be around.
All right, and last deck, Flareon Noctowl won the full grip tournament, so it's got that going for it. Beats Goldango, maybe? Question mark.
It does.
Beat Dango. You just can't lose. You just can Noctowl for Briar at any point, basically.
So what do we think? Is it? I mean, so the way I'm looking at this, so I put it in B just to kind of like fill out our list, right? The way I'm looking at this, S and A can win the tournament, and everything else is either a good or a bad play based off of where it is.
I think everything from B up could win the tournament, right?
Think so?
There's a lot of good decks in the game,
okay,
right? And I think to anyone who's out here playing a deck, right, like like any meta deck. And any deck that exists, like that we've mentioned on this list, like you can play to Milwaukee and do well with. I think it's not like, oh, you're playing Dragapult Charizard. Like, no Dragapult Zards will make phase 2. Like, that's not true. Like some of them will make phase 2, right? Like, can it win the tournament? That's when it gets harder. I think all the decks in B are capable of going on a run to winning it. But if I had to bet money on it or like really guarantee something, it's probably something in S and A.
Right. So are we betting on Dragapult? The reason why I'm asking this, are we betting on Dragapult Dusknoir to win the tournament?
It could. I think it
could.
All right. As long as you guys are both saying that. All right, that's fine. I don't think it can. That's my personal opinion, but I will be overruled.
I think it can sack a Guardian finals.
I can see that. That's fair.
So you don't have to even like stack.
Yeah.
All right.
It wins one honest game and then it sacks a game and it gets destroyed in the other one. That's probably how the series goes.
All right. Well, that's our tier list. Roast us in the comments. Let me know what you think.
I think Garchomp is a C play.
Well, we're about to find out tomorrow, I guess, when you sleeve it up at locals, huh?
That's true.
Show us what's up. Hey.
This is the card Parker needs for tomorrow.
I got the other side of it, but he doesn't need this one. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. As Maddox said, stay tuned to our X/Twitter account at BeachCourtPod this weekend. Shout out FCBC. Make sure you enter the giveaway /scholarship whatever the heck we're going to call it eventually. And good luck to everyone. Really want to hear from you and want to choose the best person that we believe will get the most out of going to the tournament and also needs it the most, right? So we're going to be very selective there. And that's kind of do it for this week's episode of the Beach Court Podcast. We'll be back next week. I'll have some more Mega Evolution results to review and give our final results and thoughts for the Milwaukee Regional Championships. But until then, good luck this weekend if you're going to any cups in the old format. or if you're just playing online and having fun. But we'll see you next week.
See ya.